Hello everyone. Welcome back to the English Shadowing Podcast. I'm Emily. Today I want to tell you a story. A story that's soft, simple, and close to the heart. It's a story about self-belief, about learning, and about listening to your own voice. This story is called The Voice in the Mirror. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully. Because maybe this story is about you too. Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Sarah. She loved languages. She always dreamed of speaking English fluently. Every day she practiced. She listened to podcasts. She watched movies. And she repeated every word carefully. But still, when she tried to speak in front of people, her mind froze. Her voice shook. And her heart raced. She would look in the mirror and whisper to herself, "Why can't I speak like them? Why can't I sound confident?" The mirror never answered. It just showed her tired face and her quiet eyes. One morning, Sarah woke up feeling sad. She didn't want to practice anymore. She thought maybe English was not for her. But when she passed by the mirror, she stopped. Something felt different. She looked into her own reflection and softly said, "I'm tired of feeling afraid." And then, something happened. For the first time, she heard a small gentle voice inside her head. It said, "Don't give up. Keep going. You're doing better than you think." Sarah blinked. Was that me? Did I just say that? She smiled. Maybe it was her heart speaking. From that day, she started a new habit. Every morning, before she began her English practice, she stood in front of the mirror and spoke to herself in English. At first it was strange. Her voice sounded shy, a little shaky. But she kept going. She said simple things like, "Good morning. How are you today? You can do this. Don't be afraid." Little by little, her voice became clearer. Her words came easier. Her smile returned. One day, she decided to shadow a podcast. The speaker said, "Confidence comes from courage, not perfection." Sarah paused the recording. She looked at her reflection and said it again slowly. "Confidence comes from courage, not perfection." She felt the words in her heart, and she knew they were true. Every evening, Sarah talked to her reflection again. She asked herself questions. What did I learn today? What was difficult? What am I proud of? And she answered in English. Even if the grammar wasn't perfect. Even if she had to stop and think. The mirror didn't judge her. It didn't laugh. It just listened. And slowly, Sarah began to love her own voice. One afternoon, she had to attend an online meeting in English. Her hands were shaking. Her heart was racing. But she remembered the mirror and the gentle voice inside. "You can do this." So she took a breath, smiled softly, and spoke. Her words weren't perfect, but they were real. Her coworkers listened carefully and smiled back. When the meeting ended, Sarah felt tears in her eyes. Not because she was nervous, but because she was proud. For the first time, she spoke English without fear. That night, she stood in front of the mirror again and whispered, "Thank you for believing in me." And the voice inside her said, "It was you all along. You just had to listen." Days passed. Then weeks. Her English grew stronger. Her sentences flowed more smoothly. Her confidence grew quietly. But what changed the most was not her words. It was her heart. She stopped comparing herself to others. She stopped judging her mistakes. She began to enjoy learning again. Every time she looked in the mirror, she saw not fear, but progress. Not weakness, but courage. One morning, she smiled and said, "Good morning, my friend. How are you today?" And the reflection smiled back, "I'm doing great. Thank you for never giving up." Sarah laughed softly. It felt beautiful to talk to herself in a new language, a language she once feared. Now, Sarah practices every day. Just 10 minutes. Sometimes shadowing a podcast. Sometimes reading out loud. Sometimes just talking to herself. And each time she does, she remembers the voice in the mirror. The one that said, "Keep going. You're doing better than you think." Let's shadow Sarah's thoughts together. I believe in myself. I'm improving every day. My English is getting better. I'm proud of my effort. I will never give up. Again. I believe in myself. I'm improving every day. My English is getting better. I'm proud of my effort. I will never give up. Beautiful. Sarah's story reminds us that confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from patience, from kindness, and from trusting your own voice. When you speak English, you are not just learning words. You are learning courage. So be gentle with yourself. Keep practicing. And never stop believing. Because your voice is already beautiful. So my friend, when you stand in front of the mirror and speak English to yourself, smile. Because you're not just practicing. You're becoming stronger, braver, and more confident. That's what shadowing is about. Not just repeating words, but feeling them, living them, believing them. Thank you for joining me today for this calm and simple story about courage and belief and the gentle voice inside you. Keep shadowing every day. Keep smiling at your reflection. And keep listening to your own voice. I'm Emily. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. And keep believing in yourself.